Well, hi, Internet folks. It's me, James, and welcome to my channel, Mint with Card. So, I decided to jump in head first to all of this YouTubery. And what better way to start off my channel by showing you around and taking you on a journey through my collection. So, a bit about me. I was born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s, and became an adult in the 90s. So, two great loves of my life growing up was Star Wars and Masters of the Universe. Star Wars has always had a special place in my heart, and Motu came right behind it to give me even more love. So, without further ado, and without me blabbing and all of that and using my mug, let's take a tour of my collection. Here we go. My art wall. So, the art wall is just a collection of things that I have. We've got some Marvel CMF minifigures from Lego. Then we've got some DC as well. And then some more Marvel. And moving over, we've got some autographs of stars that I have met at different conventions. And then we move into the Lego art. Lego art was something that I thought was super cool. And you could buy these 3 pieces separately. And then you could buy 3 more and make the incredible big Darth Vader. And so that is the art wall. Now we're going to move on to what I like to call the overflow. The overflow is stuff that doesn't actually fit into my office. So, these are just standard Billy bookcases that you get from IKEA. And we'll start over here on the right-hand side. And all the way at the bottom, you've got some miscellaneous stuff, some brickheads, some more Lego, not brickheads, Funko Pops. And then you move up to some figures. I like to get 2, one to keep in package, one to take out of package. And we've got some more here. We've got Cyclone, Adam and Cringer, Mossman. And we've got some more Turtles of Grayskull. And yes, that is the ever-elusive Turtles of Grayskull Merman. Moving up, we've got Battle Cat and Battle Armor He-Man. This really cool Mattel Creations Ski Friends, I think it was called. And then we've got Panther. We've got some of the Sunman. Then the Road Ripper or Ground Ripper. And Mechanic. And then moving up to the top shelf. This is still a work in progress. I've got some space for some more stuff. But we've got Castle Grayskull, the Wind Raider. And we've got Prince Adam. And then we've got the Grayskull box. And the Vintage Collection Skeletor. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I still have not found the Origins Snake Mountain at a decent price. I'm still trying to hunt that one down. But as we move over here to the left side, this is where Lego begins. And we've got some stuff coming from Lego, mixed in with some other miscellaneous stuff. There's the Conjunction Junction Funko. And Bluey Funko Pop that was signed by Steve at a convention. Some more Lego, which is kind of cool. And then we've got some Mandalorians, some more Lego, and then just some more miscellaneous stuff, as you can see. And all the way down to the bottom shelf. And showing some love for the middle shelf, we've got some more Funko Pops. We've got Lady Slither, some Batman CMFs from the Lego Batman movie. more Funko Pops, an Eternian Palace Guard, and more Funko Pops. More Funko Pops. That's not Funko Pops. Those are CMF Lego Batman movie figures. Alright. So, that is my kitty who is needing attention while I'm filming. Of course. Say hi. There you go. Alright, moving over here. This is eventually going to get changed. We're just thinking of some ideas. But this is some more Lego. Miscellaneous Lego that I've collected over the years. Alright. And then when we flip the camera around and go up top, it's a Lego minifigure blueprint that is the entrance to my office / toy room. Are you ready? Let's go on in. All right, starting here on the floor, we're going to give you a 360 view, and then we'll take you piece by piece. All right, starting over here, this is the entertainment center / TV console. And in those shelves, we've got a couple of things. We've got some Lego over here. We've got some gaming equipment over here. And of course, the TV. But moving up from that, we have got my Masterverse shelf. Now, the Masterverse shelf was a work in progress. And I started out with just 3 figures that I found at a store called Five Below. Because originally, I was not going to collect this line. But when they were $5 a piece, that's what started it. And it's grown from there. So for Masterverse, I pick and choose. I don't collect all of the figures, but just the ones that I find interesting. We've got a Fright Features Egon. I just think he's cool. We've got the Mattel Creations Chemicon right there. And then coming back over here, we've got Fangor from Mattel Creations, and then the Super 7 Eldor, which is super cool. Now, moving over here, this is a new cabinet that I acquired. And we'll start off up here. This is Welcome to Apocalypseburg from Lego. You can see my Superpowers Riddler there hanging on the wall. And we have got my TV VCR combo. It's a retro TV because I love the retroness of it. And some movies on VHS. And then a little diorama in front. You've got Baby Groot, Orko, some Transformers. Now, moving down to the cabinet. This is kind of my DC superhero shelf. Kind of got some stuff that piqued my fancy. Then down here is my new Sesame Street shelf. We've got the Bert and Ernie from NECA, the Super 7 reaction figures. And then we've got the Lego Sesame Street set. Then we've got my Childhood Survivor Super NES. I played this for years trying to beat Donkey Kong Country. Finally did it. Over here we've got some larger pieces. We've got the Roton, Point Dread, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, if you know, you know. And then scrolling down here, we've got some more miscellaneous Lego things. All right. So, moving back over here, we have got the Joker Manor Lego set. This was a super fun set to put together. Got some Batmobiles in there. That's all awesome. Here we have my computer set up. And as you can see, we finally obtained the Gem doll. We've got Aquaman, Rio Blast hanging on the wall. Moving up, we've got some more Lego Star Wars, which is always cool. And then moving over here, some more Lego Star Wars. So, a couple of years ago, I left, but for a while, I used to work for the Lego group at one of their retail stores. Did that for about 7.5 years. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Great discount. We've got Mos Eisley Cantina right here. We've got some Lego dioramas right there. And then some more Tatooine things right over here, which is super cool. But Clawful sneaking in there in the right-hand side. And then we've got some more Lego Star Wars right up here. All that background noise. All right. Now, this right here, this is for actual work. My day job. Then we have our lovely Snake Mountain backdrop. Just a printed picture that I got off the internet. So when you see pictures that I post online on Instagram, that's the backdrop. And then we move up here. So these are my Marvel Legend figures. When I was a kid, back in the 80s, we didn't have babysitters or daycare. So we would go and hang out with my mom, who owned a 7-Eleven. So after school, we would walk up to her 7-Eleven and she would let us hang out with her. And to keep us occupied, she said, hey, go read some comic books. And so that's what I did. And I can remember issue number 33 of West Coast Avengers was my first comic book that I fell in love with. And so I decided to get all of the West Coast Avengers in plastic form. We've got some superpowers that I think are super cool that I didn't want to take out of package. And then we come up to a miscellaneous shelf. So we've got Nuggets, the Super 7 Deluxe Lion-O. We've got the Mattel Creations Horde Trooper, Genghis Frog. We've got a couple of old school Mask toys that I found at a vintage toy shop. Cannot wait for the loyal subjects' new take on Mask. We've got Scooter, Slushhead, Masterverse, New Eternia, Fisto. Fisto is my favorite character from Motu. And then in the back, we've got a Centurion's Ace McCloud. He's missing a couple of pieces, but he's still mostly complete. Would really love to get the other two. Now, with Scooter and Nugget, those two hold sentimental value for me because my grandmother bought me my originals, and when I think of those, I think of her. So yeah. Moving on, we've got some of my loose Masters of the Universe Origins and Turtles of Grayskull Origins. Turtles of Grayskull? Not Origins. There's the new Mattel Creations Hero. And we've got the Cartoon Collection 2-Bad. There's Leatherhead. There's Modulok. Most people like to display their Modulok with both heads and all the arms and all of that. I just wanted to keep mine simple. You can see the Sketchbook Grizzlor and Hordak there. You've got Cartoon Collections, all of that good jazz. Moving up here, this is a miscellaneous shelf. You can see Count Chocula there in the background. Still cannot find that Frankenberry, but you know. You've got Moon Knight, one of my favorite Marvel characters. Shipwreck, he's just super cool. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ratchet, the Land Shark, and of course, Angela Lansbury. She's on the case. So for Ratchet and Kenobi in the back, I have a total of 3 cats, and each one of them is a named character. So you have Ratchet, and then you have Kenobi. So the last cat, his name is Logray, and I'm hoping that Star Wars Black Series releases a 6-inch version of Logray. Then that would make the cat collection complete. Moving over here, we've got another miscellaneous shelf. You can see Polly Pocket in the back, Alphaba, love Wicked. You've got some of those Ben Cooper superhero costumes. Those are amazing. You've got Wonder Woman and Magneto, Aquaman, another Genghis Frog, and then a new collection that I started in 2024, 2025. It's the Street Sharks. Was not aware of them growing up, was not on my radar, but seeing these new updated versions, I thought they were super cool. And so I decided to go all in on them, which is awesome. So there's that miscellaneous shelf. All right, so when you look around the perimeter of my room, you're gonna see a lot of carded figures. It's not mint with card, it's mint on card. So I went all in on Origins, and the reason why I did, if I can find him, is because of this guy right here. Don't know if you can see him. He's over there in the right. Fisto. I had seen these in my local Target and was like, oh, that's cool. They're bringing back Masters of the Universe. That's super cool. I'm not going to buy them. I'm an adult. Well, I decided to take a chance and I bought Fisto. Fisto has now led to this. So I'm all in on Masters of the Universe Origins. I want to complete everything and get every figure. So what I decided to do was make a perimeter around the top part of my room and put the figures on card. Here's another wall. This one spans all this way. And side note, here's another Lego Star Wars shelving display. These are all of my larger droids, Yoda, BB-8, all this good stuff right there. And going back up, there we go. We've got some more carded figures that span all the way around. So, funny thing, some of these walls have a second row. I thought that just putting a perimeter around the room would be able to house all of these figures. I was wrong. So some of these walls required a second row. The bottom row here is all of my Turtles of Grayskull figures, which are super cool. I think I'm only missing 2 figures and then that line will be complete. And then over here, we have got some more figures. And while we're at it, we'll take you up top to that top shelf. That is my McFarlane Superpowers collection. I got into collecting this line late when they started going on clearance at Walmart. And so I would like to go back and collect them all. That would be super cool. And some more DC and some more carded figures. So yeah, what we're in the process of doing right now is that there is going to be another row that I'm going to place right here to get more figures in. We're going to put another row right here to add more figures. And then we're going to put another row right up there to add more figures. And so this is just a banner I found at the Lego store when they were running their superhero things, their superhero sets. And so I decided to make it into a curtain. So yeah, there is that. And we've got some lights going on behind the TV, which is super cool. And we'll bring you back over here. All right. So everyone, that is my toy room / office / overflow. And hopefully my cat meowing through the entire video was not too annoying. So this was my first video, my first jump into YouTubing Tell me what you think. Drop a comment, leave it a like, hit that subscribe button. Do all of those YouTubey things. And if you like them, I'll keep making videos. So until then, we're trying to think of a clever way to say goodbye. Don't know how I'm going to do that, so we'll just say bye-bye.